take it away.
Hey, welcome everybody to our training webinar. This is for Global One Entertainment. My name's Tony Adimey. I live in Las Vegas, Nevada. I'm proud to have the privilege of training everybody and doing, just kind of spilling out the information that's been working for us and give you some trial and error ideas. And we have the Australian group online. We've got Lynn Summers, who's a bronze leader with our company. We have many other leaders as well with Sri. We have some other people, Will, Sonia, and some other people that are even in North America viewing this live. So I'm going to go through a series of ways of training you about not only the products, how to get started, what to say to people, what to send people, how to invite, a whole bunch of stuff. We'll go through some of the websites. So let's go ahead and strap on our seatbelts, shall we, and let's get started. And at the very end, we're going to have a little bit of Q&A, and we're going to have another session too. So we're going to do our best to do a series of training webinars for different reasons as the company's evolving, as more and more are getting more advanced. So let's get right to it. Of course, Global One Entertainment. Rick Mikey's our CEO. I'm not going to do a full presentation, but I just want to set the mood here a little bit. Rick Mikey, our CEO. This guy is what we call a player's coach, a distributor's owner. He's given us 65 to 75% of the revenue going back to the field. Okay, so we're going to be talking about revenue. We're going to be talking about what we do. We have 5 websites that we promote. Here's it in a nutshell. Rick Mikey is paying us, okay? He's paying us money so we will drive people to his websites. Some of them he owns, and some of them he did mergers with. So the bottom line is we get paid to drive people to the websites. 65 to 75% of the revenue comes back to us. That's why you hear all these different extraordinary incomes that people are earning. On a personal note, I heard about this a little over a year ago. I was working full-time at my job at Toyota. Some of you heard my story. I had a big 45% pay cut. It was devastating. They took away my bonuses, my staff. I was working 10 hours a day. And when Dennis called me up, he said, Tony, this is real. You need to get in now. I didn't have the money. I started with $119.95. Okay? That's what I started with. And I had to basically scrape to get that $119.95 back a little over a year ago. But it took me 3 months. I didn't quit, but in 3 months I made zero income. Zero. A lot of people would have quit, but I didn't quit because I saw the vision and the potential, and I was hungry. Okay, I wanted out. So in November of 13, on November 22nd to be exact, I was able to call my boss, and I fired my boss, and I went down to see him. And after 9 years working in that industry, rent-a-car, I was the rent-a-car manager, making decent money, but they gave me a 45% pay cut, and it devastated me. But when this came along, when I fired my boss, it was a great feeling, and I've been full-time ever since. And I started that income, or I should say that career, back in 2004. So from 2004 to 2013, that's what I was doing. I was trying networking, I was trying side projects, and nothing was really evolving because it was products, it was stuff that everybody was doing. So when G1E, Global One Entertainment, came along, I knew it was different. And I went full-time, and thank God for that. In the last 9.5, 10 months since I did, I've earned as much money in those last 9.5, 10 months as I did in the 9 years I worked at Toyota. That's pretty awesome, okay? And I'm not saying that to brag. I'm not trying to, toot my horn or nothing. I'm trying to educate you that the pay plan and the system works, okay? You just got to plug people into it. I never thought I'd make this kind of income, okay? But thank God for what Rick Mikey's put together and our infrastructure. So let's start building the business together, okay? So let's start building. So we have some slides that we're going to go over. I have some handouts, or I should say handouts, stuff that I've typed up for you. So let's get right into it. Let me get into the one that I want you to focus on the most, because we're going to get into the top reasons and the top things we're going to go over today. Number one, when you have a business, you just need to decide. Just make a decision. Because you're telling your brain is very powerful, because you're a mind with a body. You know that, right? You're a mind with a body attached to it. Your mind is powerful. You tell your mind, you tell your subconscious, I'm going to do this no matter what. That's your decision, period. Okay, you plant your flag, this is good. That's number one. And remember, it is a business. It's not a hobby. So we treat it like a business. You make an effort, okay? You don't just sometime it. You focus and you get it done, because there's serious money to be earned if you want to go to work. So you need to determine your why. Now, this is the thing that's going to keep you motivated when all the people put you down and lie to you and they put you on, all the naysayers. This is going to be the thing that's going to drive you. So you write it down, you put it on your wall, put it on your mirror, put it in the visor of your car, you put it in your wallet, your purse, whatever you got to do, but focus on why you're doing it, because there's going to be days that people are just going to do you wrong, and they're going to say all kinds of bad things about you and your company, and they have no idea what they're talking about, but they're going to hit you hard in the head and in the heart, and they're going to make you, they're going to try and take parking space in your brain. Don't let them do it. Remember your why, whatever your why is, whether it's good health, financial security, freedom, your family, your church, whatever it is, whatever your driving force is that you've always wanted to do, remember that when the chips are down, or it's windy, or there's a car accident, or something stupid you can't control. Don't let it slow you down, especially the people that, all the negative crap out there. Don't let that bother you. Just focus and keep going. That's one of the biggest things I can tell you, because I get so many people that, well, Tony, I'm not sure this and that. Okay, stop living in the past. Talk about solutions, not problems, solutions, okay? Focus on the solutions, okay? I know I'm preaching to the choir with a few of you, but it's important. The next one there is set a goal. I believe that everyone should have a $500 goal. Your first 500 bucks. Figure out when you're going to get it, put a date on it, and focus on getting your first 500, and then set a goal to get to 1,000, okay? Now, my first goal was to make $2,000 last winter so I can have extra money for Christmas. That was my goal, okay? Now, my mom, not too long ago, she used to buy gifts for everybody and all the grandkids and everything, and so she wasn't around. I wanted to be grandma, if you know what I mean, and give all the gifts I can give. So I went $2,000 to do that. Well, I was able to hit that goal 30 times. You know what I'm saying? Because of the pay plan with this. And I was able to give some phenomenal gifts. But that was my first goal, was $2,000 bucks, all right? And I've made several hundred thousand since because of what we're talking about. And again, if I can do it, you guys can do it. So that's your first goal. Then you want to get to 10,000. You got to figure out what it's going to take you to get to 10,000. How many cycles are you going to need? How much matching check? How many people in your team? How many customers? You need to figure it out. And then you need to figure out how to get to bronze. Because the bronze, you got 115 cycles. 115 cycles. For 115 cycles for 2 months in a row, Rick Mikey's going to pay you a $5,000 bonus. Plus, you've probably made $6,000, $7,000, $8,000 for 2 months in a row. That's good. It's really good money. For 2 months in a row. Now you're a bronze. Now Lynn Summers, who's hosting this webinar, she's a bronze. Shri, who's also in Australia, he's a silver. He went right above it. So he went to the next one. And everybody on this call, on this webinar, your first major goal is to get to bronze. That's your foundation for your G1E business. It's kind of like if you're going to build a 100-story skyscraper, I want you to imagine a big skyscraper, 100 stories, okay? Big skyscraper. What does it have at the bottom? It's got a foundation, okay? What does a tree have? A tree has foundation, it's roots. Well, your foundation for you is becoming a bronze. Now that's the foundation for your skyscraper. But before that, they got to dig the hole. And before that, they got to do all the zoning and all the blueprints. And before that, they got to have the idea and make a decision. So you're doing the same thing with your business. You're making a decision. You're building your team. You're getting everyone together. You're going to dig your hole, put in the pipes, put in the electrical, and then we're going to put the foundation in, which is going to be your bronze. Once you're a bronze, boom, 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 boom. Now your skyscraper's starting to take off because now you're a silver, then you're a gold, then you're a ruby, then you're an emerald, then you're a diamond. And all of a sudden, money's coming in. Multiple streams of income are coming in from everywhere, okay? And that's the power of the plan, but you got to build the foundation. You got to think big, but at the same time, keep it simple. Dummy it down, okay? 500,000, 10,000 in bronze. I'm telling you, if you focus on these in that order, don't talk about making $800,000 this year. Talk about the simple things you can do in the next 30, 60, 90, 120 days. Okay, you do that, and the rest of it's just going to take care of itself. Like, you can't believe money's going to be coming in from multiple streams of income. Okay? Now, I got number 5 here. This is what you need to hide. This is the television remote. Okay? Now, laugh if you want, because I'm going to tell you right now, this is what I did about a year ago, is I told my family, hide the TV remote. I don't want to watch any TV. I got business to do. I got webinars to do. I got people to talk to. I got presentations to show. I got 3-way calls. I got people that need me. Hide the remote. Find a way to get this out of your life for the next 90 days. Your business will explode. Okay? Now, if you've got to watch something, then highlight it, write it down, tell your family you're going to watch it, but when it's over, turn it off. Don't sit there and click through the channels. Oh, let's see what else is on, what else is on, what else is on. 3 hours go by, and you wasted 3 hours. Hide the remote. Tell your family what's going on. Tell your family about your commitment and be serious about it, okay? I know some of you think I'm crazy, but I'm going to tell you right now, this is going to waste a lot of your time. Right here, television. Waste, okay? Bad stuff on television. You don't need to know. Just focus on the business at hand. There's things you need to see, yes, but watch them and get off. Okay, find yourself some pictures, things that you want to buy, places you want to go. Put them on your mirror, put them on your dresser, put them on all around your house, your refrigerator, your dream board. I'm telling you, it's powerful because your subconscious, you're telling your brain that one day you're going to have those things. I did that with a Cadillac in the past, and I bought almost exactly that same car with a Cadillac. I've done it with cruise ships. Okay, I got a picture of the cruise ship. You can't see it. There's a picture of a cruise ship right up here. Okay, that's my next big cruise. Okay, I got pictures around the house, the wall here, and I'm telling you, it's very powerful. Number 7, set up on your smartphone or your tablet all the fun websites that we have with G1E. Okay, now for example, let's get into some of these right now. You've got the G1E Fantasy Sports. Okay, I'm going to go into them right here. Here's the G1E Fantasy Sports. So you need to have your smartphone or your tablet loaded with G1E Fantasy Sports, the Boardwalk, although it's tough because the Boardwalk's got a big file, but the Touch, you can load up the Touch. You can put on the Casino, which is right here. You can put in the Velocity Casino with the live dealers. You can put on the Sports Book. In other words, you have these loaded on your smartphone or your tablet or your note or whatever you've got, because every time you're in a social situation, we're going to talk about this, you want to have this ready to go because you want to tell people, let me show you what I do. They say, oh, really? Yeah, this is I earn money every time someone places a bet. Jerry or Susie, how would you like to earn money every time someone places a bet, or every time someone plays online, or every time someone plays fantasy sports, or every time they play in the Boardwalk? How would you like to earn money every time that happens? We get paid business volume, and they say, yeah, how does that work? I'm going to show you, okay? So we're going to get into some of these things, but cool, everywhere you go, you have this ready to go, because you never know who you're coming across. Never know who you're going to be in front of, and you can show them really, really quick, okay? Now, text. This is big because when you're into the when you're into the situation where you want to reach people really quick, I'm going to tell you right now, you can text them the website, you can text them an invite, you can text them a video. There's lots of things you can text them. Use texting, because when I was working at Toyota, I would have 3 minutes here, 5 minutes there. I'd walk around the building, pretend I was doing something. While I was walking around the building, I was texting 8, 9, 10 people, okay? The bottom line is texting is quick, and people read their text messages. Don't you read yours? When's the last time you didn't read a text message for hours at a time? Doesn't happen. But people don't read their emails, and they don't read their Skypes, or I should say they don't read their Twitters all the time, but they read their text messages now. So texting is powerful, okay? Everyone, everywhere. Now, the 4 company videos, I'm going to show you the product videos here in just a bit. Let me get to that screen. Just give me a second here. Actually, I'm going to come back to that. The 4 product videos. So you got the product video of the Touch, which is the G1E Touch. Product video of the Boardwalk. product video of the fantasy sports, and the product video of the travel. Okay? Those are the 4, and they're all about a minute each. And if you didn't know, they're on your main website under the YouTube videos. So let me go ahead and show you that right now. I'm going to go into the main website.
Thanks, Tony. I'm just going to stop you there and ask, does everybody have actually good sound and feedback? I'm just wondering whether the camera is causing a bit of feedback, that somebody's giving me some... Is everyone good here? Or should we turn the camera off and maybe it's fine with Lewin? All right. Does everyone else is good? Okay. All right, keep going. No, that's okay.
Well, it's probably because I'm talking real loud, so sorry about that. I'm a little enthusiastic about all this. So right here on our main website, everyone can see the main page, Lynn?
Yes, I can. Yep.
Okay, right up here, guys, you see it says Facebook? I'm sorry, I'll be all right. It says YouTube. Okay? When you go to YouTube, here's our 4 product videos right here. Okay? You can print out each one of them individually. Okay, and you can take this link right here at the top, and you can text it, Facebook it, tweet it, email it, whatever you want to do. You've got all these different products up here at the top. Okay, there's 4 of them. You just go to YouTube; they're all right here. Boardwalk, T1E Touch, Escapes Travel, and the Sports Fantasy. The bottom line is they're all right here. These are products that you can send to people. Someone's going to be interested in, everyone's interested in something, in my opinion. Everyone's interested in something. They might not be interested in all of them, but they're interested in something. Okay? And having said that, that's that's what I want to say about that right now. Let me go on to the next part of our talk. Let me get into that screen. Okay. Now, this is another, number 10 here is another great presentation that you can send. winningpresentation.com. That's our company 12-minute video with nothing else on there. There's no one's name, there's no links, there's nothing. winningpresentation.com. You can email that to people, you can Skype it, you can text it. Of course you can text it. People can watch it on their smartphone. You can Skype it, you can do all kinds of stuff. Okay? Like I said, it's all about exposure. That's what Rick Mikey's paying us to do. He's paying us to drive traffic to the sites. Now, again, number 11 here, we're in the people business. Learn how to talk to people and with people. Not only talk to them, but talk with them. Cold prospecting, warm markets, you need to master both of them. So let's get into that right now, because that ties into number 12 here, which is send prospects to different events. Now, we have all kinds of events going on. We've got webinars like this one. We got opportunity webinars that I've been doing and other people are doing. We've got conference calls. We've got what we call Google Hangouts. We got live events. We got hotel meetings. We got office meetings. We got all kinds of stuff going on. But then again, on the web, there's a lot of stuff. Plus, we record mostly everything so you can rewatch it. What you want to do is send people to these events and then follow up and then close it. So we're going to be talking about number 11 and 12 right now. So let me get into that. Numbers 11 and 12, which is talking to people and what to say and so forth. Okay, here it is. So this is my script that I put together many moons ago. A lot of you have this script, and I'm not going to go into great detail, but what it basically says is be confident, get excited, and you never want to oversell it. And you always want to build curiosity. The bottom of your screen, it says build curiosity, okay? So look at this right here, okay? I can't highlight it, but look at the bold here in the middle here. Let's say you run into someone that you know, or you just ran into them on the street, and you guys strike a conversation, and you might ask them what part of the world are they from, or originally, or do you know anybody outside of your country? And then you can tell them right here, I just partnered with this 14-year-old online gaming and entertainment company. The interest level is very high all over the world. And then you show them on your smartphone. This is where your smartphone comes in. Show them one of the sites, whatever one you want to show them based on what you want to promote at the time, whether it's fantasy sports, whether it's the casino, whether it's the boardwalk, whatever it is. Show them something. How would you like to earn money every time somebody places a bet or plays online, okay? So there's a lot of ways to do it. How would you like to earn money every time somebody places a bet or plays online? That's a simple line, okay? Very, very simple. And you can do this with everybody, everywhere. So now you've got them curious. You don't sit there and explain the whole thing. You go ahead and say, listen, I'm busy. You tap your watch. Listen, I'm busy. I got to go. But let me have your email address. I'll send you a video, and I'll go ahead and send you some information, and we can talk later, and I'll let you know when our next presentation is. And then you can do one of those. Oh, by the way, tell you what, let me have your cell phone number, too. I'll text you the information as well. How's that? You can watch it on your cell phone. What do you have? Oh, there. So now you got their email address. That's why you always carry a pen. You got their email address, and you got their smartphone. Can't get any better than that, all right? So, but you don't sit there and explain everything to them. That's what you don't want to do, okay? So now that you've got that information, now let's go a little bit further in the conversation, okay? And you want to do is you want to invite them, or you want to send them information, winningpresentation.com, but you want to invite them to an event, Google Hangout, live webinar, a recorded webinar, because we have on recording. You can send it to them. You want to invite them, or go do a three-way call with your upline, or a sit-down presentation. You want to invite them somewhere. Now, see, there's some key phrases here at the bottom of your screen. Man, I've got the inside track, and I thought of you, because you might be in a situation where you're calling people and telling them what you're doing. And, man, this is big. This is going to make you've never seen anything like this before. And Cindy, as smart as you are, man, you're going to make a fortune when you see what this is. And then with your attitude, Jerry, and your work ethic, man, this could be the biggest year ever for you financially. You're going to love what I'm about to show you, okay? These are enthusiastic key phrases, all right? Now, you just tell people, listen, just take 20 minutes and take a look at it. Just 20 minutes. Now, it could be 12 minutes for the video, and then you're going to send them one of the demos or something that's just going to be 20 minutes, all right? Now, here's our different approaches. You've got the opportunity approach. Now, the opportunity approach might not always be the best approach initially, but people are looking for extra income. I don't know too many people that are not, but if you use the opportunity approach, you might run into someone, they like what your outfit, or they saw your button, or they saw something about you. You've got a Global One Entertainment shirt, or whatever you're doing, and they say, how you doing? And then you start the conversation. You ask them what they do for a living, or you see their name badge, they're a realtor, or they're a mechanic, or they work for the airlines, or whatever it is. You can use that. And, hey, how's work today? How's business and real estate? You guys doing okay? I heard you guys are killing it. Is that right? Oh, no, it's bad. It's not good. Really? Oh, that's too bad. And they might say, well, what do you do? Well, I'm a national recruiter for a young growth company, and we're looking for some sharp people that are interested in an extra vehicle to help them make extra income this year. Would you know anybody? You looking for something? Well, what is it? Well, I'll tell you what. Let me have your email address. I'll send you a video on what we do. Okay? And then let me actually show you how would you like to earn money every time somebody plays online or places bet around the world. So it's repetition. You just never know. And they say, well, how does that work? Oh, I'm going to show you. I'm going to send you a video. I'm going to send you some information. By the way, what's your email? What's your cell phone number? I'm going to text it to you as well. So you're always doing kind of the same thing, but it's different approaches. You can even say you're a second income consultant. What's that? Second income consultant. Or I'm a business broker. I market and I educate people on a home-based business where they can earn 6 figures with the fastest growing industries in the world right now. So I'm a business broker. I broker and educate people to work from home, earn 6 figures from home with the fastest growing industries right now. Would you like to learn how? Okay? Confidence, power, enthusiasm. They're going to say, yeah, what do you got? How much is it going to cost me? Okay, well, I'll tell you what information. Let's see what's the best one for you, and I'll personally coach you and mentor you what's best for you and your family, okay? So I always go back to you're going to help them. Or I know some people I'm working with, they're sharp, and they can really, really help you. I don't know much about it. You can take it always off of you. Take it off of you, put it on someone else. I've got a mentor. I've got a coach. They're teaching me. They're helping me. I don't know that much about it. I'm just learning. But I'll tell you what, we'll get you the information, see what's best for you, okay? Number 2 there, the opinion approach. In my opinion, okay, redundancy there, you can use this on everybody. I mean everybody, okay? You can ask everybody's opinion. Everybody loves to give their opinion about everything, okay? John, listen, I got a lot of respect for you. You're a manager at the bank, and I come across this new international opportunity. I don't know that much about it, but I would just love, John, to give your opinion, and maybe you can help me find the right person coming from a business person as sharp as you. Can you help me, please? Okay? What are they going to say? No, leave me alone. This is a bunch of you know what. And they say, well, yeah, well, you know, they're going to be curious. Well, what do you got, Tony? Well, I don't know much about it, but this international company, man, they're setting all kinds of records, and they're in 5 industries, 6 industries that are going straight up. And you're a businessman. I'd love to get your opinion. Can I send you a video? Can I email it to you, or can I text it or Skype it or whatever? And just give me your opinion, please. Okay. And maybe you know someone, because I'm looking to expand in your line of work. Whatever line of work they're in, you're looking to expand. Okay. Whatever it is, you can say it like that. Now, the number 3 there is the third-party approach. This is a good one too, because you take it off of you. Because what happens is a lot of times you and I, as humans, we're human, right? We go for the throat in a way. And we don't mean it in a bad way, but sometimes we're too aggressive because we love it, we're passionate. Not everyone likes that. So you got to be careful. You got to do it subtle, okay? So you do a third party, okay? Listen, Dorothy, I know, or Mary, let me read the script there, okay? Listen, I know you're very busy, Mary, but I have the inside track on something really big, international, and who do you know, again, off of them, who do you know that'd be willing to work for a higher income? Who do you know that's sick and tired of their job, sick and tired of their lifestyle, they're just, and they're sharp people? Who do you know, Mary? You have anybody for me? Because my business is expanding, and I'm looking for some sharp people. And I respect you because you're sharp. But who do you know? Because I know you wouldn't be interested because you're always very busy. But who do you know? You're building curiosity. Mary might say, well, what about me? I'm busy, but I'm interested. Well, really, Mary? I mean, because every time I talk to you, you're always busy, you're always telling me all these things, and you never got time for me to talk. Well, yeah, but what do you got? It sounds interesting. Well, what do you got? I said, well, tell you what, I'll email you a video, get you on the phone with my mentor, we'll talk, and see if you qualify. You use the word qualify with her. We'll see if you qualify, because I didn't think you would. So now you got her all really going, wow, what is this that they're so excited about? And I want to qualify, because I would love to be, I want to make some extra money. Now, if Mary says, well, yeah, I got 4 people for you to call right now. You can call this one, this one, this one, this one. That tells you Mary's not interested, which is what you were after anyway. You want 4 good leads. So she's got 4 at it. Don't beg her to join. Don't beg her to do nothing. Just get the leads and use her name when you call on those people. And say, Mary said that you'd be sharp enough to listen to what I'm doing. I'm going to send you a video. I'm going to follow up, and I'm going to send you a broadcast, okay? And you use her name. Now, number 4 there is the attitude approach. Now, this is a good one. When you're out there, you're shopping, you're at the grocery store, you're at the bank, you're at the car wash, I don't care where it is, okay? Or you're having dinner, and the waiter or the waitress has got a great attitude, or the person behind the counter is just phenomenal. You see their name badge, you talk to them on a first-name basis. Hey, Raphael. Hey, Jennifer. Okay, and you talk to Jennifer here, and say, Jennifer, man, you've got a great attitude. Did you know that having a great attitude is the second? And I always hold up 2 fingers. Is the second most important, and use your country. Here in Australia, okay, or here in America, and then I shut up. It's the second, and I shut up, and I hold up 2 fingers like that. What do you think she's going to say? Well, what's the first? Well, it's the vehicle you're in. Oh, and Jennifer, with your attitude, if you're doing what I'm doing, you would make a fortune. You would make a fortune because you're just what our company needs. So now you've got her curiosity exploding. What do you guys do? Okay? Now, right there, what you can do, and this is a fun thing to do, and you can do this with a lot of people, especially when you first meet them and they tell you what they do, and they ask you what you do. Kind of like number 1 there, it says opportunity approach. I'm a national recruiter, or I'm a second consultant. Here's another thing to say. You can tell them, I'm in show business. And they're going to take a step back and they'll look at you like this, thing. If I show you my business, you're not going to want to do your business anymore. My business is good. Matter of fact, my business is going straight up. No offense, you're doing good for my business, because if I show you my business, oh, you're going to want to get involved. But what do? I'm going to show you. But we need to set an appointment. Right now I'm busy. I got to go. I got 6 people to see the rest of the day, and we're booming. I'll sit down. I'll spend the time. I'll have you come to my office, or I'll have you meet with me, show you what I do. Because you're going to love what I do, because we're booming. Okay? So again, this is attitude. This is posture. This is belief. And everything that we're doing here at G1E. Belief, belief, belief in what you're doing will come across in your facial expressions, your body language, the way you move, the way you talk, the way you act, everything. It's powerful, okay? People are going to resonate to you, and they're going to be curious as a cat. And they're going to say, what are you doing? What is it you're so excited about, okay? And that's the difference of great people and people that are average and ordinary. You want to be great. Aren't you sick and tired of being average? I know I was. I was devastated at my pay cut. I thought I was on my way to make some serious income and really be on my way for a change. Okay? Now, number 5 there is the direct approach. This is your warm market. This is something that you can talk to about everything. Okay? I mean everything. So you just go say, Joe, man, we need to get together. Is Tuesday good or is Wednesday better? I need to show you something. Man, this is big. You're going to love it. Well, what is it? What's good? Is Tuesday good or Wednesday better? The old alternative close. Is Tuesday or is Wednesday better? Which one? You want to meet me for lunch, or you want to get together for a bagel in the morning? What's good? Okay, I got to show you something. It's unbelievable. Okay? Now, what do you need to do? Let me get my binder here. What you need to do in that case is get yourself a 3-ring binder with the plastic sleeves, okay? And what you want to do is you want to take the company presentation, and you want to print it. It's in the company website, okay? G1E.com/opportunities. Let me show you that right now. So if you go into the company website right here, and you click on opportunity, right here, click on opportunity, and you click on opportunity right here, and you scroll down. This is the 12-minute video. If you didn't know that, it's right here. 12-minute videos right here, which is the same thing in winning presentation. Okay? You click on it, which I'm not going to do because it'll load. You click on it, and it's the flip chart. It's the whole presentation, which is this right here. This is the presentation. Watch this. Look at all the slides. I'm going to fire through them. These are all the slides. You want to go to a print shop and tell the people at the print shop you want to print this in color, and you want to put it in your 3-ring binder, and you want to take this with you everywhere you go. This is your presentation. This is your Bible. This is what you show people once they've seen the video, or once they've seen a webinar, or once they've seen something. Now, if they've seen nothing, and you want to be the presentation, and you're ready, then have at it. But it's better if they've seen something first, because take it off of you, because sometimes they're going to pre as a person, sometimes. Let the presentation, let the other stuff do the presentation, and then now you follow up, you answer their questions. Go with your sponsor, or if you can't go with your sponsor, do a 3-way call, or use this as your little flip chart to educate them a little bit further. Go into the money, go into the products, show your smartphone of the products, and more example. The bottom line is it all adds up. I'm telling you, ladies and gentlemen, you do these little things that we're talking about. You do these little things that I've been showing you here. Let me get into my next slide. It's just repetition over and over and over, and people are going to start realizing you've got something good. Now you need one good person on your left, one good person on your right, and all of a sudden it starts to grow. That's the binary. One on the right. Then you get 2 or 3 and 2 or 3 and 2 and 3, and they've got 2 and 3 and 4 customers each. Now you got 15, 20 customers that are playing in the boardwalk, they're playing in the fantasy sports, they're playing in the casino, they're playing in the live gaming, they're doing all these things. Now all of a sudden, now you've got some volume. Now you've got your binary starting to crank, okay? Now you've got some traction, all right? Now we're going to get into some of the websites here in just a little bit. Let me talk to you about real quick about the binary. I just want to show you a couple things. I know I'm going through this quick. So let's get into the binary. Okay, let me give it a second to load up. All right, now this is the binary, obviously. And you got your IBO, you've got your left and your right. Every time there's 300 in business volume on your right from all the products that we have, okay? When people buy the home-based business, there's volume. When they renew it every month, auto ship, there's volume, 60%. If they use the boardwalk, volume. If they use the fantasy sports, volume. If they use the casino, volume. If they use the international gaming, which is the sports book, there's volume. All of those generate volume, okay? And when there's 300 and 300, you're going to cycle. And if you're a VIP, you're getting $60 a cycle, okay? Now, I told you a little bit about my personal story. I didn't start out at the $60, okay, because I didn't have the money. Okay, I'm Italian. You can tell by, I talk with my hands. And, a lot of us Italians, we have this disease. Only Italians get it. But it's called, Mafunzolo, all right? Yeah, my funds are low. Mafunzolo, okay? It's funny, but it's true. Mafunzolo. Well, I was suffering from Mafunzolo back then because of my job situation, all right? Things were tough. Well, like I said, I didn't quit. And luckily my mentor, which was Dennis DeWarren, just kept helping me and coaching me and doing three-way calls and kept inspiring me. And the bottom line is, finally, things started to come together. I got people on my left and my right that were working, and I started to cycle. I cycled almost 200 times last November. But what happened was, I was smart enough to upgrade. So I took some money and I upgraded to the higher position, and I started getting paid at $60 a cycle. That's right, at 200 cycles, run the math. Plus, that was pretty good. The next month, because of the momentum, I cycled over 700 times. That's right, at $60 a cycle. Are you kidding me? That was more than I was making in almost a year, in 1 month. I'm not saying that to brag. I'm trying to educate you. That's the power of a binary, because you get paid on all the volume throughout the entire world. Okay? You just need to get some studs and some studettes that are going to work. And you're going to have to sort through people. So always remember this. Amateurs convince. They beg people. Amateurs beg and convince. Professionals, we sort. Okay? We sort. We're sorting through the people that really want it. It's like shucking oysters. You cut the oyster, you throw it, you're looking for the pearl. Okay, you're looking for pearls. You're looking for golden nuggets. If you're digging, and you know there's gold in them there hills because somebody has already seen gold, and you're digging, and you're throwing the dirt, and you're digging, and you're throwing the dirt. Are you going to focus on that big pile of dirt over there, or are you going to focus on that little gold nugget that you just found, which is a VIP? You don't focus on the dirt, all the no's. You focus on the nuggets. And you set your brain, you decide, like I was telling you before, and your why. Don't let those people take parking space in your brain. Don't let them be the naysayer. You focus on the nuggets. You got a nugget who's hungry, okay? Or as they say in the deep south of America, hungry. So you get someone, look at that binary right there. You might have someone 6, 10, 12, 20 levels below you, and you do what is called tap rooting. You reach down to that person, you call them, you Skype them, you get them on a webinar, and you work them, because they're going to drive your binary deep. You don't care how deep this thing goes. Some of you listening to me right now, you're 30, 40, 50 levels underneath me. So what? Doesn't matter. When you do business volume, I'm going to get volume on my left or my right, period. That's end of story. So same thing with you. So if you're serious, if you're a stud and you're a studette and you want to go to work, let's do it. I'll take one step, you take 2 steps, or vice versa. The point is if you take 1, I'll take 2. I'll do whatever it takes, because I'm out here leading and I'm helping you. Okay? So this binary is powerful. This is nothing. $250 US for the player package. $750 for the high roller, and the high roller, you can make big money with the high roller. And then you got the VIP for $1,500. Okay, for $1,500 plus $20 for your website, you can earn 6 figures a year, 6 figures every quarter, or 6 figures every month with the VIP. That's strong, okay, because of what you get. And Rick Mikey just started with the VIP and promoted it, that you can get matching check bonus and free auto ship for a year. Let's get into that slide. You can get matching check bonus and free auto ship for a year by sponsoring 2 VIPs. You realize how powerful that is? You sponsor 2 VIPs and you have 0 out of pocket for 12 months. Are you kidding me? And you can promote the whole world, this business, and you've got thousands and thousands and millions of people that are looking for extra income today. They just need a good vehicle. What they're doing is not working. It's not working because they have to pitch a product or a service that everybody else is doing. Okay, and I'm not saying products are bad. I'm just saying that it's difficult. This, with G1E, there's no competition. We're an industry first in the fantasy sports. Nobody's doing what we're doing. You can watch TV all day and see all these, which I don't want you to watch TV all day. I already told you about that. Remember, you're going to take this remote and you're going to hide it, okay? But you can watch commercials, and you can see that will they'll advertise. Oh yeah, you can win all this money in fantasy sports. You can win 50,000, 100,000, 300,000. But they're bringing in 20, 30, 40 million. They're not paying anybody on a commission, but we are here with G1E. Rick Mikey's paying you 65, 75%. The volume coming through the door in the BD, that's big. That's powerful. Okay? So getting back to this matching check bonus, initially you're going to get 6 months. Look at that here, right in the center of your screen. You're going to get 6 months as a VIP. That's big. Okay? High roller gets 2 months. Notice the player is not on this screen at all. What's the player? That's the small package. Player doesn't participate. I'm not saying that's bad. You need to know that. They don't get matching bonuses. So if you sponsor John and Mary, which is your first 2, and another 8 or 10 people, you start getting matching check bonus right away at roller or VIP. You realize there's some serious money there. Okay? On a personal note, since last Christmas, I've earned just in the matching check bonus enough till I can buy 3 automobiles cash. That's right. Just in this bonus alone. I can buy 3 automobiles cash. All right? Because of the matching check. Because I get paid on 5 levels. 5. People tell people tell people tell people tell people. That can go on and on and on into the hundreds and into the thousands. And every time people earn money in the binary, you can get 20, 15, 10% on what they earn. I'm telling you, this can add up. Now, as a VIP, in order to get 12 months, you sponsor 1 on the left and 1 on the right, and they're also VIPs. Now you've qualified your IBO, which is your binary. You're off and running. You're starting to make money. And guess what? People are going to do what you do. Write it down. People are going to do what you do. Period. End of story. If you're a VIP and you're sponsoring VIPs, that's what they're going to do. If you start out at the lowest package because you don't believe it or you don't get it, what did you do, Charlie? Well, I started out at the small package because I don't. Okay, that's what I'm going to do. Okay? I realize money's tough for a lot of you. Don't get me wrong, but I'm just saying, if you're able to become a VIP, do it. Period. End of story. All right. Now, let's get into, I'm going to show you the value of the VIP real quick. This is a handout I put together. This is not company approved, just something I just used. Okay? It's a true home-based business. Second income. You can pay off stuff. You can get all kinds of tax write-offs. Talk to your tax professional about that. I'm not a tax professional, but I've been using these deals because here in the United States you can write off just about everything when you have a legitimate home-based business. Now, as a VIP, you get the 50% bonus pool, okay, on the monthly worldwide profits on the sports book. Now, that's huge because as a VIP, you're going to share in with the other VIPs, the first 20,000 VIPs. This is a monster. This is company-wide, month after month, year after year for life, and this is willable to your state. If you realize that this could be a year, 2 years from now, this could be thousands per month. I don't know what it's going to be, but it could be, because sportsbook is everywhere. Now, yeah, in America, we can't officially play yet, but America, little by little, as you probably know this, the Justice Department in the United States set a law that the states in America, state by state, they can set their own laws. The way it works here. So little by little, America's opening up. So if you got reps in America, get your footprint out there, because when it opens, you got a whole bunch of people to get the word out day one. If you're outside of the United States, you can log on right now to the sports book. Okay? So let's show you that real quick. This is the sports book. This is the website, velocitysb.com. And what I did is I just clicked on sportsbook right here. Look at all the sports. You got soccer, baseball, basketball, boxing, cricket, darts, golf, handball. You've got ice hockey. You got martial arts, motorsports, rugby, tennis. You got American football, which is the NFL or college football. You got snooker, and you got basketball and volleyball. Are you kidding me? That means people can go ahead and they can, when they place a bet, we get business volume. Okay, this happens to be 10% of what they bet. Whether they win or lose doesn't matter. We get business volume. So as a VIP, you and I sharing on the value, the bonus pool of the profits every month for life on this. Now, if you are an emperor, which is a grandfathered position that was available up until recently, an emperor, you get 25% of this bonus pool for the sports book. That's huge, okay? So having said that, there's some serious money to be earned long term. It's brand new, and it's all upside, okay? You get to cycle $60 a cycle, 300 and 300, unlimited, matching check bonuses, as we talked about. Starts out at 3 levels, and it gets bigger and bigger, and it goes on and on and on. Zero auto ship for the first 6 months, and like we said, once you sponsor 2, you can get free auto ship for the first 12 months. And then what Rick Mikey said, look at number 8 here. What Rick Mikey said is that on the 13th month, when auto ship would be due, it's $75 a month. What he's going to do is whatever the VIP bonus pool is at that time, that's how much that your auto ship's going to be. So in other words, in this example I put here on the screen, if $47 is the bonus pool 13 months from now for you, that's what your auto ship is, not $75. And 40% of that is paid, 60%, my bad. 60% of that auto ship goes to your upline. Okay? Let me tell you something. That's incredible, because technically, after a pocket, because your monthly profits are paying for your auto ship. So think about this for a minute. We're not talking about $300,000, $400,000, $500,000 for a franchise with all kinds of overhead and stress and aggravation. We're talking about $1,500 plus $20 for your website. And you can have zero out of pocket for life if you do it right. Sponsor 2 VIPs and get to work. I'm telling you, that's powerful. And you can have matching check bonus for 5 levels. You can make some serious money with one position. Okay? Then number 9 there, you're eligible for all the bonuses. There's $690,000 in the one-time bonuses called the leadership bonuses. And then you've got the leadership pool, which is 5 to 25% of the profits of the online entertainment. You are logged in, and you're a VIP. So that's by far the best way to get involved. But if you can't right away, work yourself up to it, and there's a way for you to upgrade, okay? And if you go to your G1E Touch, and you go into the More section of the G1E Touch, it's got all the company forms. It's right in there. Click on Upgrade Form. It'll tell you exactly what it takes for you to upgrade to the VIP. Just pay the difference plus a little bit of accounting fee, and you can upgrade. Okay, pay the difference. Or you can use it out of your commission. So if you start out at the $250 package and you want to upgrade, you can pay just about the difference out of your commissions or your credit card, and there you go. The point is, you want to be a VIP. I'm telling you, otherwise you could leave a lot of money on the table. All right, now let's get into the next section that I want to show you right quick. Sorry, let me find it. It is right here. I want to talk about closing the sale. We call this the law of the table. Because a lot of people are saying, how do I close? What do I say? What do I do? How do I get people to listen to me? How do I get people to, part with the money, whatever, okay? Now, if this was, I want you to imagine there's a little table there in the middle, okay? You got 4 elements. You got greed, logic, guilt, love. And what you're trying to do, and what you need to do is listen. You got 2 ears, 1 mouth. You need to listen twice as much as you talk. That's what God did. He gave us 2 ears and 1 mouth. Listen twice. Listen, ask questions. People will give you information. And now you key on what their why is. You key on what their motivational factor is. You key on what their hot buttons are. And it's one of these 4. It might be 2 or 3 of the 4, or it might be all 4. If you key on greed because you know that they're money hungry, or I should say they really want to make huge money because they're just tired of not making huge money, well, you can talk about greed. Okay, here's a bunch of examples. Talk about money, stories of you and others doing very well. That's why it's important for you to get successful as quick as possible, so you've got a story to talk about. But if you don't have a story, use my story. Use Lynn's story. Use Dennis DeVorn. Use Shri. Use other people's stories around the country and around the world. Use stories, okay? Then, talk about big money. Talk about success, buying big stuff, cars, houses, traveling, college education, cash flow, jewelry, shopping, free time, lifestyle, get out of debt, give to your church, expensive gifts to yourself, travel the world, luxury, peace of mind, retirement, helping others. The bottom line is talk about greed. Greed drives people, okay? People are hungry. People want good stuff. Live abundantly. The Bible says live abundantly. People want to live abundantly. Why not? Okay? So that's greed. Now number 2 is logic. Let's get into that. Show the value of the VIP position. For example, if they've got $1,500 in a savings account, in a bank, or in a CD, certificate of deposit, typically it's under 1% right now. Now you can argue that. It might be higher where you live, but let's say it's 1%. It's really lower than that. So 1,500 times 1% for the year is $15 for a whole year. Okay, that's ridiculous. So you divide that by 12. You divide that by 12, and that's $1.25 a month. Okay, now that's not a misprint. Get your calculator out if you don't believe me. So in other words, when people have a CD, they're earning about $1.25 a month if they have 1,500 sitting there. Why 1,500? Because that's the value, that's the out-of-pocket to start your home-based business as a VIP. So I'm trying to compare the two. All right. Now, the VIP monthly profits from the worldwide sports gaming could be way greater than that. Plus, as a VIP, there's 5 other income streams. Okay? 5 other. You got fast start bonus, you got binary, you got matching check bonus, you got the big one-time leadership bonus, and then you got the 5, that's 5 other besides that right there, which is the profit sharing, which only VIPs get. Okay, now this is not a stock, this is not a security, it's not an investment, it's a home-based business. Okay? So, let me give you an example. So let's say there's $5 or $15 or $33 profit plus the others, and then you got all the other tax write-offs and benefits. This is pure logical to see that this is better than saving at a bank. Now you're going to have people that have a $5,000 CD, or they have money just saved away because they want to start a little business. Okay? 5,000. Let's go right here to where my mouse is. Another example is 5,000. Let me take that to the top of the screen. Let's say they got 5,000 CD dollars a year profit. Okay? 50 bucks. That's $4.17 a month. Okay? That's what it is. I'm not making this stuff up. Well, let's just say somebody really gets it. Okay? And let's go back over here to the binary. Okay, I'm on the binary screen right now. Hopefully everyone can see this. And let's just say you show them the binary, and you educate them and you say, listen, if you want to, you can start out as an IBO, as a VIP, and you can purchase 2 other at the same time. In other words, you can get 3. That's right. You can get 3. So it's you, instead of you sponsoring John and Mary as your first 2, you can be your first 2. So you can purchase 3 profit sharings every month in the VIP pool for life on the sportsbook forever, month after month, year after year, 3 of them. And they're going to say, well, how does that work? Well, it's just 3 times. So let me bring that back up. Okay, sorry about that. Okay. Oop, wrong screen. I don't know what I did there. Okay, sorry about that, guys. Here it is. My bad. All right. All right, so we're back on $5,000 CD. Okay? We're doing a comparison. If they bought 3 VIPs, it's not required, it's an option, it's a strategy. That's $4,500. Now, they can get 3 times the monthly profits for life, plus the other 5 are eligible. The top position sponsors 2. The top one is now qualified. It's going to get matching check bonus for 12 months for 5 levels, and it's going to get free auto ship for 12 months. Okay? The other 2 are going to get 6 months of free auto ship. So it's behoove you, if you're going to do this, or they're going to do it, you work that inside leg. So these 2, after the 6 months, have their 2 VIPs also, and they also get free auto shipping. Okay? This is a massive, massive strategy that once you build underneath those 3 positions, all that volume is going to accrue up to those 3 positions, and you're going to work the 2 bottom positions, but you're going to get paid on 3 positions. This is monster. Okay? I'm doing this. Lots of people on my team are doing this. And then we're also acquiring other positions. Because this is your binary grid. It's like real estate. Think about a golf course that they just built in your community. And there's a whole bunch of land, different lots around the golf course. That's real estate. One day there's going to be houses on those golf courses. Well, that's value. So if you want to tie up some of them lots and then sell them later or build later, that's powerful. That's worth a lot of money. Well, your binary has real estate. This right here, okay, all of these positions are worth a lot of money. Some of them are worth millions of dollars in the future, okay? So if you acquire some of them, you take the top 3, and then you start building underneath it, well, hallelujah. That's great. Because down the road, those bottom 2, which are now in your name, serious money versus sponsoring somebody else. So this is a strategy. You can do it, okay? So we're talking about getting 3, comparing the dollar, the value, okay, of $4,500 versus a CD at the bank. Because with the other, they're only getting $4.17 at a CD. Well, with 3 positions at a VIP, you could be making, who knows, way more than $4.17 probably on just the profit sharing every month. Plus you got 5 income streams and you got all the tax advantages as a home-based business. You're way ahead for even less money. This is logic, okay? So you get all the rest of it there, all the home-based business write-offs. If you're a W-2 wage earner in the United States, you can see that you can change your exemptions, your dependents on your job, okay? And up to 9 legally, and now you've got your take-home pay is higher. Now your country might not honor this. The point is this is an option. This is just another strategy. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a logical approach. If you show people these numbers, they're going to say, yeah, I guess that makes a lot of sense. It's logical. You don't have to sit there and educate them on anything other than this. It's money that's making them money. And we're going to work and we're building a business. Okay? Now you've got the guilt. Remember, on the top here, the law of your table, you've got greed, logic. Now we're going to talk about guilt. Now, you probably need to know the person a little bit if you're going to get into the guilt, all right? Well, because, you know, you're going to kind of shake them up a little bit, okay, in a nice way, because you're going to remind them, all right? And you can just say, I've known you for a while, You always have, your house is too small, it's falling apart, your car's too old, it's unsafe, you never have taken a vacation in years. And you can say to them, you know, hey Manny, is this what you really want to keep doing to your family? Come on, bro. You really want to keep doing this to your family? Not providing what all these lives, luxuries and all these necessities, you keep complaining about your job and how many years do you want them to keep suffering because you are not doing what's needed? How many more years? Okay? Your job's not going to cut it. You keep telling me how you hate it. Let's get that second income going. These are industries that are going straight up. Social media, sports, fantasy sports, gaming, okay, digital games. Everything is going straight up. Travel, everything. We're exploding. There's no recession in what we do. Plus, you got all these write-offs. You can have bigger take-home pay. You can have everything that you've never been expensing before. And with a second income, many of these items that you haven't been able to get, now you can acquire these things and live more abundantly. You owe it to your family. They're going to love you for it. You know what I'm saying? So that's a guilt trip that you can put on them, okay? Or you can do it a different way, however you want to do it. But this is just an example. Remember, it's just one example, okay? Now, here's one, love. So let's talk about this one. So you're talking to the husband and wife. Now, remind you, let's go back to this table. The vision here is this. This is a table right here, and you're sitting down with preferably two people. You want to have them both involved. You want to get them involved, okay? You want to get them emotionally involved. Talk about money. Talk about logic. Talk about guilt. Now we're talking about love, okay? So you're talking to husband and wife, and you're talking about the love of each other, the love of their kids, the love of their grandkids, okay? Do it for them. Well, let's just say that the couple is not really focused on each other because they're not really in love as much as they could be or whatever. Just go with me for this one, okay? But most people are, but let's just go with it for this example. So focus on the motivational factor of them doing the G1E business for their loved ones and with their loved ones, okay? Not necessarily each other. Think about their kids and their grandkids and all the things that they can help them with and have some fun, okay? So get it off of them. Do it for the ones that they love. Now, if it's for each other, hey, there's nothing more powerful than a husband and wife working a business together. Walking down that railroad track, balancing each other. That's powerful, enormous, right? But let's just say, right here where my mouse is, what if one of the spouses is not on board with the idea? Because that's going to happen. It's pretty sad when that happens, and it's happened to me quite a bit. And it's frustrating because you got the wife that wants to do it, and the husband, is ridiculing it and putting you down and don't get it and giving you all kinds of criticism. Or you get the husband that just loves it, and the wife is saying, you're crazy. Just get another job. What are you crazy doing that kind of stuff? Those things don't work. Just go get another part-time job. Go deliver pizza or go do this or go do that to the husband, okay? Well, you can ask them, okay, look at this right here. You can look in their face. Let's just say I'm talking to the husband, okay? I'm talking to Stephen and his wife's Linda, okay? Stephen, come on. Do you remember the day of your wedding, Stephen? Do you remember? I want you to take you back to that day. You remember that day, bro? Remember how beautiful everything was? How beautiful she looked, Linda? Look, and Linda's right there, right? She's in the room, okay? So you remember how much you guys were in love back then, all right? Steve, has anything changed? Oh, come on. Has anything changed? Well, you still love her today just as much as you did then, right? You still love Linda. She's right here, right? You still love her. Okay. Get him thinking about how much they love each other. And he's going to say yes, because she's right there, of course. Let me get rid of this right here. He's going to say, yeah, I still love her. Okay. Well, you love her. Let's get on board what we're doing. This is great. Don't naysay it. Just get on board and help. You've got your smartphone, right? How many people you got in your smartphone? Well, I got 500 names. Great. We want 15 names or 20 by tomorrow of people that you're going to have your spouse call, text, email, Skype, whatever, and I'll help her. And we want some solid names of people that we're going to help build their business. We're going to change lives, Stephen. Linda's going to go for it. We just want you on board a little bit, bro. You don't have to do anything. Just be on board. She's focused. We want you a little, okay? Now, if it's the other way around, it's the other way around. Ask the spouse, the wife, to be on board because the husband's going to go for it, okay? So the point is you talk about love. So, and now you can, now you got all their juices going again. So you got greed, you got logic, you've got guilt, you've got love. These are ways to close the sale to get people in the ether, if you know about, ladies and gentlemen. And these are doing things that are helping you get people involved and get involved in the businesses, okay? Now, what I want to do next before we open it up is I want to go into the websites. We're going to go through these quickly, okay? If you have a second computer open, that's great, okay? Of course, you got the G1E Touch. If you haven't logged on and set this up, G1etouch.com. When you first log in, it's going to be it's going to be your email address and your password that you have with the company. Really simple. And then you set it up. The bottom line is you want to get in because you want to have all the communications with the company. Down here at the bottom of your screen, you've got the chat. You've got everybody that's right now, okay? Over here, you've got all the corporate documents. Where it says more, right here where it says more, click on that. You go into file sharing. Go to file sharing, you open it up. Okay, hopefully you guys can see this. Got all the company documents right here. You double click on them, open it up, download it, and print it. Okay, we talked about that that upgrade form. It's right here under support forms. Compensation plan, all about the sports, videos, everything you want to know is right here. Just about everything. If not, you ask support to send it to you. Okay, so you definitely want to get on G1E Touch because you can communicate with people all over the world. There's a lot of different groups. There's a lot of events that are going on, and you can plug in. Right here is what's going on in Korea right now. Okay? Now, as far as this is the fantasy sports. Okay? You want to set up your account. You want to create an account. Now, let me give you a little strategy here. Let's go back to your binary. Can everyone see the binary? I hope everyone can see the binary on your screen, right? Okay? Now, here's the strategy, especially those of you that have a team already. Or even if you don't have a team, you're just getting started, you can do this right now. Let's pretend this is the bottom of your left side, and this is the bottom of your right side. And it could be 20, 30, 40, 50 levels deep, it doesn't matter. Whatever is the lowest position right here, you go into your back office, and you look at your tree, and at the lowest one at the bottom of your tree, you click on it. It says click here to enroll. Click on it. Now, a casino customer, a free casino customer. Okay? Put in your basic information. If it's asking for your ID number, like your Social Security or something, just put any 9 digits. Doesn't need to be any 9 digits will work. Now you get an IBO. Now you got an IBO on your left or you got an IBO on your right, depending on what you want to build. But you can do 2 of them, okay? But let's just say your short leg, because you got a long leg and a short leg usually, okay? We call it the elephant leg and the chicken leg, okay? So if it's your chicken leg and you have 12 people and the other one's got 82, the one under the 12, your chicken leg, get a spot underneath, the further spot at the down, get a 6-digit ID number or your binary, your IBO, and then and then go to your fantasy sports, okay? Go to your fantasy sports site right here, and go to G1eFantasySports.com, and you create an account with that number right here. You put in that 6-digit number right here, whatever that was, okay? So you set up a free account, that 6-digit number, and you play in the fantasy sports. And you give away a business card or a flyer or whatever you want to print up. You Skype people, you text them. Remember, you're going to text everybody. You're going to email them. You're going to call them. You're going to do whatever you got to do. You're going to give them G1eFantasySports.com, and you're going to give them that 6-digit IBO number and say, this is the number you're going to use to sign up with. Okay? Now, I know some countries are not on board with this, so it's a country-by-country thing. Even the United States, There's 9 states that don't do this. So I can't control that. The point is, you make an effort. Now you've got business volume accruing at the bottom. And what's going to happen is 40%, 40 of all the bets, $2 bet, $10, $25, $50 bet, when all the bets add up, 40% is going to be business volume. So let's go back to the binary. So if this is your short leg and you give that out to 100 people, those 100 people, some of them are going to bet. And when they bet, 40% of what they bet is going to go up your weak leg. That's going to help you cycle. Because you might have a lot of extra volume on the other leg. Fine. You only need 3. Every time there's 300 business volume on the chicken leg, the small leg, you're going to cycle. Hallelujah. So this is one way to get the momentum. Now there's people, I can make money off of this? Yeah. Every time people place a bet, I showed you that already on my smartphone, every time they place a bet with the fantasy, we get volume, we get paid. Wow. That adds up. That's right. Would you like to learn how the business works? Yeah, I'm interested now. This is exciting. I want to make money on this thing. Then let me send you the video. Now people are going to learn that way. It's another way. Okay? So having said that, that's what we do on the fantasy sports. Now on the boardwalk, the way it works on the boardwalk is you put your IBO number in. Okay? You put in your password that you set up. Okay? And you can link in through Facebook, which is what I'm going to do. Click on Facebook. You're connected. You're going to continue. And then now this thing loads up. Seconds. While it's loading up, this is all countries now. This is the boardwalk. All right? There's a lot of digital games. People can play 24 hours a day in every country, including the U.S., and they're going to buy tokens. When they buy tokens, we get business volume. We get 60% business volume. All right? 60. 60. So if they buy $50 worth of tokens, that's 30 business volume. That adds up. So what you want is you want a lot of people on your left side that are getting customers and a lot of people on the right side that are getting customers, okay? And it's going to add, as this thing loads up, just understand that this is all about people having fun. There are hundreds of people that you know that have one of these, hundreds. And there's thousands of people in your community. And they're not going away. These smartphones, these tablets, and these notes, and these Android devices, and all these things, they're not going. People are buying them in droves, okay? And they're spending $300, $400, $500, $600, $700, $800 for these things. Are you kidding me? Well, they can play on them. They can have fun. They can build an international business. They can earn money because you're going to tell them that. That's what Rick Mikey's going to do. Rick Mikey's going to pay you to do that. So on this boardwalk, this thing is just taking a while to load. Sorry. Okay. Once it loads, you got all these games. Now, you can go ahead and you can give away tokens to people, but you got to go in through the Facebook link to do that. Okay. You see the people at the bottom? These are all the people at the bottom that I can select and I can give them tokens. So you got to go in through your Facebook link. And these are all the people in my Facebook that I can give away tokens to. All right? 1,000 at a time. These are the games. We got slots. You can see there's some games that are coming. Poker. This is the number of tokens, 1,000 of them. I'm going to click on over here. You can see there's more games on this side. There's more games coming. The bottom line is people play. They have fun. They can play on many mobile devices. It's kind of a device. They got to have a lot of flash and speed on it, so they got to have a good something good. And you can give away free tokens to people that are in your Facebook. Okay? Now, you can go ahead and get this thing going viral. This could be huge. Now, you got people playing, and your reps got people playing, and everybody's got people playing. And the bottom line is it starts to grow. It starts to grow. Okay? Now, as I wind down this session, let me get into, I showed you the sports book. Let's get into the casino real quick. Okay? VelocityCasino.com. Live dealers. With the live dealers, there's roulette, there's blackjack, and there's slots. People can place a bet. When they buy chips, just like you have on your screen, doesn't matter if they win or lose. When they buy chips, that's like them buying a product. Whether they win or lose, we get business volume. With this casino, we get 25% of all the bets in your downline business volume. That's huge, okay? 25% is business volume. And that's all over the world outside of the United States, because like I said before, officially online gaming is not set up state yet by the United States. Not yet, but it's coming. So people in all the other countries, including your country, a lot of you are watching from outside of America. Now, those are all those. So we went into the touch, we went into the fantasy sports, we did the boardwalk, we showed you the sports book earlier, and we just showed you the casino. That's 5. The G1E Escapes, which is the travel portal, let me show you a picture of that. Okay, there's no slot. I'm sorry, there's no website for that yet. It's coming, but there's a phone number. It's a toll-free number. It's toll-free 866-902-1234. I'll say it again. 1-866-902-1234. And they're open. I'll give you Eastern Time. They're open Eastern Time, Monday through Friday, 9 to 6 Eastern Time in the United States. So again, they're open 9 to 6 Eastern Time, Monday through Friday. Okay? So having said that, you can refer people to it. They need your 6-digit ID all-inclusive resorts that we have. You get paid a commission. I don't know what the commission is. It's case by case. It depends on where they're from and where they're going. But in the near future, we're going to have a website portal with travel where there'll be other 5-star mega resorts around the world that you and I can use and you and I can promote to and get commission paid when we refer people to them. That's part of our growth. That's part of what's coming from Rick Mikey. Okay? Now, we can go in more detail about the websites, but it would take a long time. We'll do that in future trainings. The bottom line is everybody should log on to all these sites. You should go into the G1E Escapes, set up your account. You need to go into the Fantasy Sports, set up your account, period, okay, and play it. You need to go into the Boardwalk, you need to set up your account, okay? The sports book, if you're outside the United States, set up your account. Same thing with the casino. If you're outside the U.S., get in, set up your account. There's no reason not to. You need to learn the products. Can't stress that enough. Learn. Have some fun. Play with them. A lot of them you can play for free. The other thing I want to tell you about is the touch over here, which is the G1E Touch. Over here on the left of your screen, you can go into the invite right here. The invite right here. You can click on invite, and you can invite up to 10 people at a time. You put their email address right here, okay, at yahoo.com, for example. You do a comma, and then do another email address at gmail.com, and do a comma, and then do another one. The point is, you can invite up to 10 people to try the G1E Touch for free. Then a little message right here. You're invited to join. Then you can add a whole bunch of stuff underneath it. You know, your name. You know, check this out. And and you can put in there about the fantasy football. You can talk about winningpresentation.com so they can watch the video. A lot of things you can put in there because it's like a big box to type stuff. But you can send this out to 10 people at a time, and they can try the G1E Touch for free for 15 days. How about that? That's strong. If they want to buy it from you, it's $19.95 for the year. Not a month, for the year. They can do video chat. They can do broadcast. They can do all kinds of stuff that they can do. Okay? Social media. They can call people all over the world. Are you kidding me? For 20 bucks? Now they're a customer of yours. Okay? How about that? Amazing. They're going to join in the business because they're going to see the value in what we do. Okay? Now, we got a lot of stuff that we've covered. Okay? Now, when you're dealing with people, like I said before, you got the human element. All right? Now, I've given you some training on what to say to people. I've given you some ideas on where to send people. I've given you some ideas. Okay? I want to remind you of the products. Just want to remind you of this right here. This is something I typed up. Again, it's not company approved. Company does like it. I typed it for the well-being of my team, and you can go ahead and use it, and you can go ahead and just take a look at it. Social media. 60% of what people buy to start the home-based business And when they renew every month, the auto ship, we get 60% in BV. Okay? There's the website. It's a $300 billion industry and exploding. Not going down anytime soon. Number 2, the live gaming, which is the casino. When people place a bet on the casino, 25% of what they bet, anywhere in your downline, they can be 88 levels below you. You can have a guy or a gal in Seoul, Korea, 88 levels below you, placing a bet on Baccarat, a $100 Baccarat bet. Okay? Well, $100 Baccarat bet, 25%, that's 25 BV. Well, you and all the 87 people between you and the 88 level, everybody's going to get 25 BV because it goes right up the lake, right up one of your legs. Okay? Everybody's going to get the BV. That's powerful. In order for everybody to cycle, they got to have 300 on one side and 300 on the other. Okay? Casino, it's a $50 billion industry, and they said it's going to double and triple the next couple of years. Another great industry. Sports wagering. We just talked about the sports book with all the things people can bet on. 10% of all the bets go into the form of BV. That adds up. VelocitySB.com, $70 billion industry, not going away. Anything outside the U.S., of course, just like the casino outside. Then number 4 is the digital games, okay? Which is the boardwalk that we were just talking about, okay? Now, I'm going to go ahead and turn that off because it's making noise, okay? Sorry about that. All right. I don't know if you guys can hear that noise. It was making noise. All right. So the boardwalk, now this is an industry that's going straight up. 60% when people buy tokens goes in the form of BV. That's good, okay? And people are going to play. They can play 24 hours a day, all over the planet, including the U.S. Now, this is a $12 billion industry, and guess what? It's going straight up. There's an accounting firm in the United States. It's called Price Waterhouse Coopers, okay? They're huge. And they're tracking this. And it's a $12 billion industry now. That's $1 billion a month, $250 million a week, right? They're saying that the rate it's going, with the number of people on their smartphone playing this deal, okay, and the tablets and everything else out there, that this is going to go to $83 billion in the next 2 years. Okay? Somebody's knocking. That's opportunity. All right? We're talking about going up 600% 2 years. That's an industry you want to get involved in right now. And we've got the boardwalk, and we're the only company in the world that's paying people to play digital games in a networking scope. Are you kidding me? We're the only one doing fantasy sports, too, which is the next one. And we're the only one doing social media the way we're doing it. And we're the only one doing casino. And we're the only one doing sportsbook. Okay? That's the power of what Rick Mikey put together. Huge. You're in on the right company with the right opportunity. You just got to get to work and talk to more people. That's it. Talk to more. Go through shucking the oysters. Dig more holes. Get some dirt over there, but get some nuggets. Focus, build, repetition. Okay? And then number 5, fantasy sports. That's right. It's exploding. In America, there's 33 million people playing. And there's another few million. It's unbelievable. It's out of control because everybody has an opinion and everybody thinks their players are going to have a great day. All right? So people are competing around the world. 40% of the business volume goes into your downline, all over your downline throughout the planet. This is the industry that's going straight up. The NFL in the United States, the National Football League, makes about $10 billion in business a year. $10 billion. Fantasy sports is $15 billion. 15. It's bigger than the NFL. The NFL has been in business, I don't know, almost 100 years. This is just a few years old. Because of these things right here, it's everywhere. People want to play. They want to have fun. They want to win. They want to compete. They know everything. Everybody knows everything. That's why they want to play. It's your job to give them our website. You tell everybody. You Skype them. You text them. You email them. You do whatever you got to do. Write it on a piece of paper and hand it to them. That's what we're doing. Because they watch all these ads in TVs and they watch on the internet all these ads. Nobody's paying them anything. Okay? Okay, I can win $500,000. Right. but join the network and you can get paid on a little bit of everybody, okay? Most people go to work, but the smart people build networks. Remember that. Most people just go to work, but the smart people build a network. That's what the smart people are doing, all right? And we talked about travel. It's a case by case. There's the phone number I quoted you earlier, and you can go ahead and give them a call between 9 and 6 p.m. Eastern Time, USA. Call them up, and you can refer people to them with your IBO. So let me, for the delay, I'm just going to get my thoughts here. I think I covered most of the things I wanted to cover at this element. Now, the other thing that I didn't put on the screen that I'm just going to hold up for you, hopefully you can hear it, you can see it, I mean. Okay, let me click on this again. Let me reset this. Sorry about that. Okay. This is what you call your thought stimulator list. All right? Now, if you don't have one of these, you need to get one. This helps you think of people. Okay? Because you might remember someone, but you can't remember all about them. Or you say, oh, yeah, that guy that drives the red pickup truck. What's his name? And you write down red pickup truck. This is different ways for you to remember people. Like, who do you know that's a nurse? Who do you know that works at the health club? Who do you know that's an architect? Who do you know that's an auctioneer? Who do you know that's a carpenter, an electrician? Who do you know is a housekeeper? Who do you know that's the mail person? Who do you know is a fireman, a plumber? Okay? Who do you know that sells motorhomes? Who do you know that's is an office manager? Who do you know that's a librarian? In other words, this is going to give you an example to remember people. Or you can just pick up your phone book if you have one. A lot of people don't even have them anymore. And go through the yellow pages and think about all the people and those different, look at the heading at the very top. A for automobile, B for banker, C for contractor, D for dentist, E for electrician. Look at the top of the screen, or the page I should say, and if you have a phone book, I know, and then those will help you remember people. Here's what I did. I got my smartphone out, and I got a notebook, and I just basically sat down with the notebook and I wrote down almost everybody's name and phone number. And I put a star next to the ones that I had international contacts. And I called them up. And I said, Louie, how you doing? It's Tony. Hey, we've talked to you in a long time. And it goes back to the screen, this page right here. Let me bring this up one more time. It's right here. This is it right here. This is what I did here at the top. And I would say right here where my mouse is, right underneath form. I might do a little chit-chat, talk about family, occupation, recreation, or money. You know, a little chit-chat sometime. Hey, how's the kids doing? How's the bowling league? Whatever. Okay? And I say, hey, Louie, hey, I'm just curious, man, what country are you from? Oh, I'm from Taiwan. Really? Oh, man, it's incredible. You still you have contacts over there? I mean, you like Skype them? You FaceTime them? You tweet them? What do you do? Oh, yeah, we do all that. Me and my family, we're always on Skype, and we're on video too. You still got a lot of family in Taiwan. Really? Good, good. Hey, listen, let me tell you why I called you, or let me tell you why I dropped by your office, because you might just drop by. And they're right there in bold. Listen, I just partnered with this 14-year-old online gaming and entertainment company, and this, again, this is where you have your phone all queued up. Okay, you got to have this queued up, right? I just partnered with this online gaming and entertainment company. Man, the interest level is unbelievable all over the world. And let me show you what we're doing. And we're expanding in Taiwan. I don't care what country they're from. If it's Indonesia, if it's Germany, if it's Italy, if it's India, I don't care what country they're from, you're expanding there, okay? And listen, how would you, Louie, how would you like to earn money every time someone places a bet or plays online with these video games in Taiwan? Positive, yeah, okay? And they're going to say, well, how does that work? Oh, let me have your email address. I'll send you a video. Okay, so it goes back to what I was saying before. I know I'm kind of going around in a circle here, but I wanted to let you know that I called people. I wrote down hundreds of names that were on my smartphone, and I just called all the ones, and I used the script. And I got my sponsor on the line, and I sent him to the video. I drove them to an event, and I did a three-way call with my sponsor, and I followed up, and then we closed them. You can use greed, you can use logic, you can use guilt, and you can use love, okay? Here you go. You just do it over and over. Does it work all the time? No. Do I get people say no to me? Yeah. I get people saying no to me even today. I show them my back office. I show them my success. Still doesn't matter. They don't get it. I can't force people to make extra money. I can't force people to have a better lifestyle. I can't force them. But that's when I use my approaches that I have on this screen right here. Okay, great. Who do you know? Right there, number 3. Okay, I know you're very busy, but who do you know? So you use the different approaches. You focus on off of them. You use third party. I know you're busy. I know you're not interested. I respect you. You're a great business person. Who do you know? I'm building my business. I'm building my business, and I'm looking for people like you. I need coaches. I need trainers. I need motivational people. I need people that are positive, people that have a day